Guys, I'm so glad you're joining me. I'm really excited about this week. So excited that I actually went and put earrings on just for you guys. I don't know. I do weird things like that. Anyway, this week here on my Instagram page, we are doing Natural Health and Wellness Week. And honestly, all of these topics, I sat down and thought about it and came up with my list of topics, all based on my own health journey over the past decade. And some of it really hits home, but I'm so excited to be sharing this with you. So before I go on a tangent, I want to tell you, please go to the links in my bio. There's quite a few there because there's a lot going on in the weeks ahead. But check the one, I think it might be the fourth one in the list. It says schedule. I believe it says Natural Health and Wellness Schedule. Please go to that link and click it and sign up there. And all that's going to do is make sure that you know what's coming up this week. I'm going to be sending out the schedule to anyone who goes there and clicks and signs up for this whole week. It's still, I'm still working on ironing out some of the details, so it's tentative right now. And as the details get ironed out for what our topics are going to be each day this week and what experts might be able to join us, that's going to all be sent out to anyone who signs up for that, because I know that lives are a tricky thing and you sometimes don't even know they're happening, and Instagram often doesn't let you know that I'm on a live. So I get it. Like, it's social media, there's so much going on. It's hard to stay on top of it, keep track of what's important and what you really want to not miss. So I really want to make sure if this is something you're interested in, that you don't miss it. So hi guys, thanks for joining. It's good to see all of you. Hi Wendy, hi Kelly, hi Joni, hi Tommy. That's my brother's nickname. You don't really see many Tommies. Hi everybody, glad you're here. Drop a comment, let me know what you think about this week and what topics you might like to see covered, because I'd love to hear from you guys too. And I actually have already realized that my topics might be too extensive for just 5 days, so it might go into next week. So give me your ideas, what you want to talk about, what you want to see here during my tongue just got twisted on the word Natural Health and Wellness Week. I'm drinking my chicory tea, which by the way is a medicinal tea. Love it, it's my favorite tea. Comment chicory if you would like the recipe. It's super easy to make this blend and it's so good for you. But okay, so today, if you did already get the schedule, you know that we're talking about castor oil packs, what they are, if they're worth it, what the hype is all about. And I'll be honest, I was not in on the hype. Like, I really love to hear a good, organic, all-natural fix for something, but I'm also pretty hesitant. Like, I don't know, I'm a kid of the 80s. Like, I don't know. When something seems too good to be true, I often go, is that really true? So I was very hesitant when I heard people talking about castor oil packs, and honestly, I probably never would have tried one. Seriously. Except I got to the point that nothing else was working. And I needed something. And you know, when you get to that point where you're desperate, you're willing to give a try to those things that seem wacky or just too good to be true. I'm so glad I got to that point, because castor oil packs have been life-changing for me. So let me tell you a little bit about what they are. First of all, you don't need to buy anything, well, except for the castor oil if you don't have it. I know you'll see people like selling these fancy packs, and you can even get sets of 2 or 3 packs or whatever. You don't need it. You won't believe what I use to make my castor oil pack. First of all, let me just show you what the pack is, and then let me tell you a little bit about why I got to the point that I needed to try one. Okay, so first of all, you do want to get organic castor oil. This is simply a vegetable oil. That's all it is. Like, that alone kind of had me tripped up. Like, what is castor oil? I wanted to pull up my notes because there is a certain acid in this that I can never remember the name of, and I'm probably going to butcher it when I say it. But in this vegetable oil, there is a ricinoleic. I'll say it one more time. Ricinoleic. acid. In fact, that's the primary makeup of castor oil. And studies have found again and again that this simple acid, by the way, this is, I'm not like promoting this particular brand. This is what I picked up at my local, I think I got it at Walmart. But you can, as long as it says organic, you're good. But that ricinoleic acid has been shown in studies to reduce the pain and swelling that's associated with inflammation. Now for me, that's the big catchword. When I heard that it helped inflammation, that's when I thought, well, I've got to give it a try. First of all, inflammation affects everything. If our bodies, anywhere in our body is dealing with inflammation, it's going to like wreck your gut health. It just does. I said gut health. It's going to wreck that too, but it's going to wreck all of your health. We're going to get to gut health in a second. But that's not why I started castor oil packs, not for my gut. I started them. Well, let me show you the rest of it. Okay. You need some sort of cotton or wool fabric. Now, if you get a fancy pack, it's going to look a lot fancier than this. This, in case you can't tell, is the sleeve of a wool coat. I'm going to say that again. This is the sleeve cut off of a wool coat. A little pathetic maybe, but totally free. And it was what was available to me on the night that I got desperate enough that I said, I need to try a castor oil pack. We had this in our box of wool. My daughters make braided wool rugs. And I'm not sure why they had this, because honestly, this is a thick, really thick wool, because it was a coat. It's the sleeve of a coat. So I'm not even sure why it was in the box, but I went looking in the wool box, and I didn't want to like wreck a nice piece of wool that they were going to use to make a rug. So I saw this coat and I'm like, hey, Kayla, can I like cut the sleeve off? So she's like, go to town, Mom. You never know what Mom's going to ask, right? Can I cut the sleeve off of this wool coat that's in this box in your room? True story. So as long as it's wool or cotton, it doesn't even have to be wool or cotton, but that's what's going to absorb the castor oil well enough to make it a good pack. And then this part isn't even necessary, but I do use a heating pad with it. Now I will warn you, I just got the heating pad that I had available to me. So it is now no longer going to be a heating pad for any use other than a castor oil pack, because the oil, I mean, maybe if you have a fancy pack, this isn't going to be a problem, but the oil does seep out from my wool coat sleeve and you won't be able to tell, I don't think, but this is, maybe you can see it. It's kind of sticky, you know, it has the oil on it, and that's fine. I just always wrap it up when I'm done with it, and then I'll just fold it again and put it away. So it's fine for my purposes, but just so you know, it is going to make your heating pad not very useful for anything else. Okay, so my story really quickly. Those of you who have been following me for a while, you might remember last fall, I had the most ridiculous, stupid hiking accident. Like, it's not even romantic. I wasn't even like at the top of the mountain and started to fall over the edge. Not, I mean, that would be awful. It wasn't even that. I was just on a hiking trail and the dogs pummeled into me. I didn't see them coming and I fell. But I fell really, really hard on the hiking path, which was riddled with rocks. And I'm really not exaggerating to say I still, as much as I joke about what a stupid accident it was, I'm very thankful that literally I didn't die on that hike. I mean, it was awful how hard I hit. And what I'm really thankful for is my head didn't hit a rock. It landed on the dirt. I'm not really quite sure how bad the injuries could have been if I had hit my head on the rock. But because I hit so hard, I did develop a concussion. That might be what you remember, that I was on here talking a few times about how I had a concussion. And okay, so that was in the fall. But it was really weird. It took me about 3 or 4 weeks before I realized that even the connection, the pain that I was having in my arm. Fast forward, long story short, I had an amazing specialist. In fact, Dr. Denise Pickowicz is joining us tomorrow. She like changed my life. So you'll really want to hear what she has to share. She is spot on awesome. So don't miss tomorrow's live. Okay, so I went to see Dr. Denise and we worked through weeks and weeks of all different things. It was improving other problems I was having, but my arm was getting worse. We finally figured out through a lot of elimination and working through things. Not only what it was, but exactly where the spot was. And I still can tell you today, right here is where I had, and still have a tiny bit of pain. Turns out it was my rotator's cuff that was extremely inflamed. At first we thought maybe there was a slight tear in it, but we were able to determine that there wasn't a tear, it was just really inflamed. And it's still, that was last fall, so 6 months later, maybe more than that, 7 or 8 months later, it still isn't back to itself. So I'm not going to tell you this castor oil pack is miraculous and it will take all your inflammation and pain away in just a day. It doesn't work like that. If you guys are familiar with natural health remedies, that's one reason I think that our nation isn't really into them, because most people just want a quick fix. We want a quick pill, want to walk out of the doctor's office, be able to pop some kind of medicine, and every bit of problem we have to be over. But of course, we're all starting to get wise to that, and we're realizing that it's only the beginning of a cycle of all different problems if we choose that route. So it's not the quick fix, but wow, immediately within just a couple days, I was texting with Dr. Pickowicz, and I'm like, I know it sounds crazy, but I think the castor oil pack has really made a difference. You know, because in the beginning you're like, could it be that? But I kept doing it day after day. And I'd say about once a week, I will still use a castor oil pack. Let me show you how I do it. You see, it's just a vegetable oil. Because of the acid that it has in it, if you lay it on the area that's inflamed, you don't have to add heat, but if you add heat, it intensifies the ability of the oil to do its job. The inflammation reacts to that and it starts to dissipate. It's amazing. All you have to do, and you don't even need a lot of this, on your piece of wool. Now I got to the point that I know exactly where on my arm the sleeve is going to be touching the spot that's the worst. So I will focus my oil on that spot where it's going to be the part that's in the most pain. But then I'll drizzle it all across the sleeve, across the piece of wool, and then wrap it so it's right where the inflammation is. And then I will put my heating pad right on top of that. And then the only piece missing from all of this that I didn't bring out, well, of course I usually have it plugged in, is a towel. I'll just take an old towel and wrap it around all of this, because if I care about my shirt that I'm wearing, again, this is an oil. It is going to leave some oily residue. So I'll wrap a towel around that and then just get comfortable and watch TV or read a book for half an hour. You do want to do it for about half an hour if you can to get the best benefit from it. And that's it. And the crazy thing is, it also feels really good. You know, you have the heat, it feels good on the inflammation, and I am here to tell you guys, it absolutely works. Now I have a list here because I know my situation with an inflamed rotator's cuff is not typical. So I have a list of a lot of very common reasons that people like to use castor oil. Constipation, that's if you're taking it orally. It also can help though if you're laying your pack on your low abdomen. It can help with dry skin, and that is so true. No matter where you're using this pack, you're gonna have amazingly soft skin. In fact, when I take it off, I will spend a few minutes just rubbing in the oil because it just feels so good and really is great. I leave it lay on my skin if I'm going to bed and I'm not concerned about if there's a little bit of oil on the sheets, or I'll put a long sleeve on over it. I don't care about it. Or you can hop right in the shower, a warm shower afterwards. But there is definitely a really nice smooth effect on your skin. It helps with arthritis, which, wow, so helpful. And period cramps. It's actually very common for women to use for that reason. You just lay it across the abdomen with the heating pad for about half an hour. It is an FDA approved treatment, but only orally for a natural laxative. But even then, I'm like, hey, that's kind of cool that the FDA got something right. I don't know. It's also great for gut health. You can lay it across your gut, again, for about half an hour with the heat, and it will break down the inflammation in your gut and allow the good bacteria to do its job without being without the inflammation interfering with the good bacteria and the protozoa in there that are working so hard to keep your gut healthy. So it just kind of gives them a break and makes their job easier if you reduce your inflammation. Turns out 70%, guys, of our immune system, I'm going to say that again, 70% of our immune system is in our gut. So gut health is so important. And for a castor oil pack, something so natural, so easy, so non-invasive, to be able to improve your gut health is amazing. There's bacteria, there's fungus, there's protozoa that all need to thrive in your gut if you are going to be healthy. If those creatures, those bacteria and protozoa are having trouble, if they're not able to thrive in your gut, it's going to impact your health in so many ways. So now I'm getting to something even more exciting that I'm going to announce. I don't think I've explained to you guys. I have mentioned this really cool bundle that was coming up. Today's the day it launches. It's available now. I don't think I've mentioned. I thought this morning, duh, like this aha, your light bulb goes off in your brain. Oh, I never mentioned to anybody that my Kombucha Academy is totally free and included in this bundle. I don't know why I forgot to mention that. So, if you're not familiar with Kombucha Academy, it is my masterclass that will help you understand from A to Z, beginning to end, exactly how to make your own kombucha, how to make it exactly the way you want it, and the way your family will love it. Lots of wonderful recipes included, all the details. I think it's 14 modules, either 13 or 14 video modules. You can join me in my kitchen and I'll walk you through it. Why did I make Kombucha Academy? Because 10 years ago, that was the beginning of my health journey. The very first thing that I did was I started making kombucha. And guys, to this day, it is still one of the hugest life-changing things that I did. Is hugest a word? I felt the difference within weeks. And I still am seeing the results of it continually. I just have a little bit of kombucha every single day. And what it does for your gut health, it's crazy. We do so many things every day to harm our gut. So that one little thing I can do that will help it, I am all in. And it's delicious. It is the best thing, the best tasting thing I drink. And making it in my kitchen is probably the most fun I have in my kitchen. It's so fun to make kombucha every week, different flavors, try different recipes. It just gets me happy. So that's why I made Kombucha Academy. When this bundle, they started talking about putting it together, and I heard about the amazing resources that are in this bundle. You won't believe it. In fact, go to another link in my bio. I think it just says bundle, I think. Click that and find out about this bundle. If you want to do something to improve your health, if you want to do something to rely a little less on big pharma, trust me, you will love the resources in this bundle. And when I heard about it, 150 resources from all these experts in one place for $50, and then I saw the value of it is $9,000 and you can get it for $50, I was like, no brainer. I absolutely would like to put Kombucha Academy in this bundle. If you decide to take the leap and dive into the bundle this week, it's only available for 10 days. One last thing I want to make sure I tell you. I have a new book coming out. I hope to release it this week, definitely by next week. You get it free, totally free, if you purchase the bundle. So you're getting Kombucha Academy for free. You're getting all the free resources and discounts that come with Kombucha Academy. That alone more than pays for the cost of the bundle. I'm not kidding, it's crazy. And then I want to make sure you also get my book that's coming out called Second Ferment Secrets. It's like an add-on beyond addition to Kombucha Academy with even more recipes and even more inspiration and encouragement about getting your kombucha perfect. So that's it. Do you guys have any questions? I should have told you in the beginning to drop your questions. Hi guys. I want to say hi to all of you. I could hit the waves, but I guess, I don't know, is that silly? Should I hit the waves? Eileen says, just purchase the bundle. Thanks for offering. I'm so glad, Eileen. I really think you're going to love it. I mean, if you've been thinking, oh no, the video is getting stuck for no, maybe it's your connection, maybe like move closer to the Wi-Fi, or, it also could be if you have not updated your Instagram app on your phone for a while, mine will give me all kinds of glitches like that. Every once in a while, you have to update it, as much as I put my foot down and don't want to. I'm trying to see if there's any other questions. So Eileen had said she bought the bundle, and I was going to say, if it's only for my Kombucha Academy, I kid you not, like it's a no-brainer. And I could never make Kombucha Academy available for $50. I just can't do it as a small creator. Like there's so much that goes into creating these courses. But if it can be part of something like this, I can do it and I'm excited to do it. So definitely go check it out. There's 2 links in my bio that you want to make sure you see. The one that says schedule, and sign up so that I can send you the schedule when it's finalized so you don't miss the lives this week and the experts that are coming on. And the other one is bundled. Go check out that bundle and see what it's all about. There's so much there. I could talk for hours. It's so good. And I've gone in, I've taken parts of some of the courses myself. Dr. Michelle's about real food. Love it. And I've downloaded some of the ebooks. Oh, so much good stuff. So that's it, guys. That's it for today. Please join me tomorrow. It will not be this long tomorrow because tomorrow I'm going to be joining Dr. Denise Pickowicz in her office, and we're going to try and keep it to 10 minutes, but she has so much to share. I think you're going to love it. Thanks, guys. Leave comments. Let me know what you'd like to see in the week or 2 ahead.